Hey there, it's Chris Everdeen, and today I'm going to show you how I take in my denim. Obviously, this skirt is way too big for me, and I want it to hug my waist so it could fit me something like this. But obviously, again, this is way too big for me. So what I'm going to have to do is take in the denim like so. And that is going to require some sewing. Now, don't let that daunt you if you have never sewn before. That is okay. I am actually self-taught, so if you already know how to sew and you're watching this and you're wondering why in the world is she doing it that way, it's because I'm self-taught. Nobody taught me how to sew, and I had to figure it out myself. What I use for taking in my denim is this denim thread. I like this thread because it's thicker and it's also the same color as denim. And I also use this needle, which is slightly thicker than just a normal needle. I'm not really sure where I got it from, but I'm sure you can find one in your local craft store. So after I thread the needle and make a knot at the end of my string, I grab my denim and I fold the waistline like this. I'm not really sure how to explain it, but if you didn't quite catch that, you can just pause and replay, pause and replay. So what I do is I grab two sides from in between those two belt loops, and I meet those two sides in the middle, closing the gap in between the two belt loops, making this little fold. And once I make that fold and I hold it together, grab my needle and thread, stick my needle through the back of the waistline and through to the front. Then I'm going to make sure that my flap that I created is straight, because when you do sew it by hand, it tends to move around. And then I'm going to take my needle and push it back through the back. And although this is the back of my skirt, what I mean by front and back is the front is what's going to be showing when you wear the skirt, and then the back, I mean, is the part where nobody sees it, because when you're wearing the skirt, it's like against your body. So that's what I mean by front and back. And you're going to continue pushing the needle through the front and the back all the way until you get to the top, and then you could either stop there, but I felt like I needed another line of stitches right next to the one that I just made, so I just went straight down parallel to the one that I had previously made. And then once I reached the bottom, I was done with that side. Again, you only have to do one line of stitches, but I decided to make two just because I wanted it to be more sturdy. But again, you really just need one. And this is what it looks like. Now it's time to move on to the other side. You're going to make sure that you fold it the same way that you did the first side, and that the distance between the belt loops is equal, otherwise your skirt is going to fit unevenly. And you just do what you did to the first side to the second side, the exact same steps. But first I need to show you how I detach my string from the first side. And what I do is I put my needle through the same side, so it's just through the back, and then instead of pulling the string all the way through, you're actually going to put your needle through that little loop that you still have and then pull it all the way. And I'm just going to show you again. Normally I do two just to make it super secure, and through that little loop, and then I give it a tug, and then I cut it off. Now I'm going to start on the other side. And again, I'm just going to do the exact same thing, and once I have completed that, then I am done with my skirt. Now remember to always start from the back, so your needle is going to poke through the back towards the front first, because you want your knot to be on the back, you don't want it to be on the front. And then after that, try to make your stitches as small and as straight as possible. And if you found this tutorial to be too quick, you can always pause and replay it just as I said. I will also write the instructions down in the description box below. Now, the only bad thing about this method is that it leaves these creases in your denim. Now, normally when I do this to either jeans or shorts, you can't really see the crease because my butt fills in the area where the crease makes it poof out. But with this skirt, since it's not hugging my bottom, it tends to just make it stick out. So what I decided to do was give it a good ironing, and now it only sticks out a little bit, which is still a little unfortunate, but at least the front looks great. and I really don't mind that little crease in the back. My main concern was having it fit around my waist, and I have done that, but if that little crease will bother you, then I would suggest not doing this to denim skirts, but definitely to denim shorts and jeans. Here's an example of some denim shorts that I altered using this method. Now for these shorts, you can't really see the crease as opposed to the denim skirt. But again, I have done plenty of jeans and shorts using this method and they all come out great. So I'm sure that yours will come out great as well. And if you are an experienced sewer and have any suggestions or tips, then go ahead and leave them in the comments below. I'm sure there will be plenty of people who really appreciate it. Thank you again for watching and click that red subscribe button if you have not already so I can see you next time. Bye!